We'll go dive in Greece with squids. Could have been so freaking rich, but instead we had kids. They won't smile for a photo and won't eat the food we choose. That's why we're heading down to the Parents Lounge to drown ourselves in booze.
Welcome! I always love it how it just staggers, just stops and jumps in. Welcome to another edition of the Parents Lounge. It's been a while. Jamie Kaler, joined as always by my partner in crime, Jason Gowin. How are you, buddy?
Hello. Hi. I feel like it's been forever.
It's been a while. It's the middle of summer. There's many reasons for it. We've skipped a few weeks, maybe a hiatus, somewhat.
I'm gonna call it summer vacay.
Sure, summer vacay would do. I see my bars are low. I'm not sure why my bars are low.
You sound and look fantastic for 6
Well, that's all that really counts. So we are the Parents Lounge, and we have done this for a while, and we're going live.
We're in season 5. 5 years.
I mean, I guess, I guess my kids are almost in high school now, so I guess it's starting to grow.
My twins are going to start kindergarten in just a few weeks. My twins, who were
so the reason we're doing today's show is because we're in the middle of summer, and I just got back from a vacation with kids, which is an oxymoron. It was 15 days on the East Coast visiting family, and I don't know how you operate, but I can only visit so much. I literally, and by the way, my wife's family is fantastic. I love them all. They're very sweet, nice people. But at some point, you're like, I got nothing else to say.
I mean, at what point, like, how far into the trip were you like, I am now ready to?
Oh, on the flight when we left. No, not at all. All right, listen, it is what it is. 15 days. We stayed in 5 different locations. Jersey Shore. We were in Animator's back. I love it. We stayed in Princeton, New Jersey. We stayed in Long Island. And everybody we stayed with were awesome, and we had a great time. But, it was like we're sleeping mostly in like guest rooms and stuff with our kids, hotel rooms. And we kept, repacking, moving, repacking, getting a rental car. It's like, it's not how I'm built. I don't like travel, which is why I kind of stopped doing stand-up for a decade, because I was just like, I'm not great on flights.
You are, however, one of my favorite people to road trip with, because it's no nonsense. We get there, we get it done, and it's done.
It's part of the problem is, I go full bore, and so I don't have the energy. I mean, we all got back, and we all got sick, like almost immediately. We've been back for a few days, but
is there a weird summer illness that's going around? Because I keep hearing people are getting sick now.
Oh, I mean, the Earth only has a couple of years left anyway, so I'm sure it's something. Somebody ate a bat somewhere in South America.
Remember, I had a bat that bit my ass, so it might have been my fault.
Still, one of my favorite bits of yours of all time, that you sat on a bat and he was like in a fold in your butt.
Katie.
No, Katie's here. We'll see her again in the fall. Anyway, listen. Here's what we're doing tonight. This whole show started because during the pandemic, we were all going to lose our minds. Most of us were going to fake our death and move to Bali and desert our children. And so we had a core group of guys. I had Dadlands, you had Dadpocalypse. We were all parents who were trying to hang on. And we had a Thursday night Zoom session where we'd have like 30, 40 guys in this room. And we'd go around and each guy would kind of, tell their travails, and we'd all be like, oh, yeah, you're going to be okay, man. Just try to get a good night's sleep, and we'll see how tomorrow goes. And we got through it all. And 2 of the guys we have on the show tonight were like 2 of the stalwarts that
2 of the staples, and
have become kind of part of the Parents Lounge family. So let's just bring them in. Please welcome Jay Check and Freddy Ballesteros.
Hey, guys.
Hey, guys.
What's up, everybody?
How's it going?
It's so crazy. This is like, I feel like a ton of time has passed, but also like no time has passed.
I know. It's weird, right? Because I still remember Jay, especially. Jay gave me one of my, so we were doing this crazy thing with the Dadlands in the Zoom, and I would just run my album. I wrote this album in a void. called Homeschooled, where I was basically homeschooling my kids, and I wrote an hour of material, and I would just run jokes for like 25, 30 guys, and everybody would shoot the shit. Everyone have a cocktail and pitch in lines. And Jay, still to this day, added one of my favorite punchlines. I was talking about Lori Loughlin, how she paid money to get her daughter into USC. And then I said, you know, at the turn at the end of the joke, this big long block, is that she should have to teach her own child's school. Like, she should have to be the teacher. And what courses would the kid take? And I was like, well, you know, I gave all these crazy courses. And Jay was like, no, she should have to teach ethics. And I was like, and that's still, dude, whenever I hear that on the album and it plays on my YouTube channel, every time I hear that joke, and it gets a great laugh, and I go, Jay.
I listened to that album the other day while I was swimming. I got some new headphones I can swim with, and dude, yeah, no, seriously. And anytime you want to send that check, just, you know, feel free.
Oh, you didn't get it? I mailed that thing.
The post.
By the way, Jay, I know you just did a show with Jason. I know. So here's the thing for all of you who don't know, we do a Parents Lounge show. We don't go out often because we're staying home watching our kids. We'd like to do a few more. If you have a local theater that you think should have some parenting humor, then we would love to do that. But we're all starting to tour more. I have a new album kind of in the works. And Jason actually just tell them about your big break.
I have a big announcement. I waited till tonight to announce this, but after a grueling road trip to Chicago for like 24 hours, I was selected to be on the new TV show Behind the Comedians, as well. I have been assigned to the Comedy Reviewers talent roster.
Yeah.
So I have now a comedy booking agent and a new TV show coming out.
Yeah, pretty exciting, man. He's going to Vegas in I think in January or something. You're going to Vegas to shoot?
February. Yep. February.
Amazing.
February, nice.
So it's so funny because when we started, he wasn't a comic. I don't know, Jay, were you a comic? All of a sudden, we go through this pandemic.
I was
you are, but now you're starting to tour a lot. You're starting to hit the road, which is kind of cool.
My wife would argue that I'm still not.
No, dude. Actually, can I tell you? I'll tell you a crazy story because I even talked about this on stage last night. I did Flappers in Burbank, which is a fantastic club, and I was talking about. So now I used to say, I'm here. I'm just trying to get away from my kids for the night. And now when I am on stage, I normally go like, I'm just here to give my wife a break. Like, you know what I mean? Like, because everyone thinks when somebody talks to a comic, they go, oh, it must be so much fun to be married to a comic. It's like, right? You guys? Jay's shaking his head. Jason's like, but for people who just watch, like, you know, really funny people on stage, they go, oh, it must be so much fun. Every day it just must be huge laughs. And so I was talking to them about, like, you know, you guys only see the A material. You don't have to sit through the B, C, D, E. Because the thing about being a comic is that we've trained ourselves not to ever edit ourselves, right? I mean,
Right.
Because you can't. You just don't know. Something you think is going to be like the joke isn't. And then the thing,
and it's never what I expect it to be.
It's not, right? It's the one you just throw away and you're like shocked and they laugh at that. And that's the one you stick to and you put it in your act, right? So you have to try everything, right? And so I'm out to dinner with my wife recently, and the waiter came up and he's like, hey, really quick, before I take anybody's order, does anyone have any nut allergies? And I go, without missing a beat, as fast as I could, I got it out. I was like, actually, my wife is horribly allergic to my nuts. And the rest of the people at the table, they start rolling laughing. Oh, did I tell you there were two other couples at the table? My wife, utter scorn. She didn't think it's funny whatsoever. But, you know, as a comic, I'm a sick person. So as soon as they start laughing, I go, oh, I start rolling with it. I go, yeah, to be honest with you, we got to keep an EpiPen next to the bed just in case she comes with my nuts.
Jamie, your setup is great. Where are you at the Days Inn tonight in Burbank?
I'm at the Days Inn. Dude, this is my, come on, man. This is my bedroom. That's my curtain. That opens out to the pool, baby.
Opens to a larger suite, I'm sure.
Mm-hmm.
But I
view with the pool.
So I go, I'm at the table and I'm rolling, and my wife is not laughing because first of all, my wife has no sense of humor. Does your wife have a sense of humor, Jay?
Yeah, absolutely.
She does?
Yeah. I mean, I was doing a ton of stand up when we
Jimmy,
met.
you've met my wife. The answer is an absolute and resounding no.
Here's why I thought about this is because I think, as a comic, if 99 people in the room are rolling laughing and there's one guy in the front room with his arms crossed, looking angry and miserable, like we can't help it. We focus on him and we don't care if everyone else is laughing. Like it offends me that dude's not laughing.
There's always that guy that looks like Jeff Dunham's Walter with his arms crossed. He looks just angry the whole time.
Wow, I look just like him.
You did, John.
I literally look exactly like Walter.
Walter, the movie starring.
So we're always drawn to get that guy to laugh at us, and so I married him, and so she doesn't. Usually, when she comes to see me do stand up, she goes, "I have notes." I go, "You don't even work in this business. What are you talking about, notes?" And so, I was at the table, and I just kept going because I was like, we had her tested at an allergist, and we had 50 sets of nuts placed on her back, and mine was the only one that made her throw up in her mouth. I crushed the room. I mean, she didn't find it funny at all, but
yeah.
Do what I do. Don't invite her to shows.
She always, that's so funny. My wife, she's great, but she comes to the one, like she's never at the show where I murder. She comes to the one weird show and she's like, "Oh, I'll come tonight." And I'm like, "Oh, don't come tonight." Mm-hmm. And it's like there's 4 people. There's a Lakers game on the bar. People are screaming at us to shut up. And I'm like, "Oh my God, what's happening?"
This is what you married.
Jay, your wife came to one of our shows and she threw up.
Literally. Yeah. You know what? She's upstairs. I'm going to talk about it. God bless Sayre, Pennsylvania. It's a lovely town. I can't wait to go back. But we picked up some sort of bug almost 2 years ago at the Sayre Parents Lounge show. And I don't know if anybody here has ever driven 5 hours and stopped 3 times to buy beach towels and Depends. But I have. And, it was...
Why didn't you turn around and go home?
No. We got sick on the way home. So
on the way home,
guys hung out, and we were like, "This is not you had too much to drink, had a little too much fun, did you?" Like, no, this was viral, and yeah. So we got up at 5 o'clock to drive home, and
I remember talking to her, and she did not seem excited to be there.
You know what? I think there are other towns she would have loved to have stopped in. So I'll be back to Sayre. It's probably going to be just me. But that's okay. That's all right. But yeah,
we were all at the speakeasy. We went to that
speakeasy.
Yeah, with the secret speakeasy.
We went to the secret speakeasy, and your wife was like, "Yeah, I'm not feeling this."
Oh, my wife's, yeah, she was beat. I think I sort of dragged her to that whole thing. I was like, "This is gonna be great," and she enjoyed the comedy. Like she had a great time.
Super fun. Yeah, the show was.
Oh, that was the first year Rupple was with us, right?
Loved the comedy, but God bless her. She is very much like, "Oh, it's 9 o'clock. Oh, it is comfy pants time. It is put the slippers on." We just got a dog a few days ago, so the gals are cuddled on the couch right now upstairs, and yeah. So it was like you have fun with your chuckle buddies.
That's so funny. Freddie, what's up with you? By the way, for all of you, we've showed Freddie's woodworking on the show many, many times. He made the little wine thing that holds the glass and it sits on top of the bottle and stuff. You probably have one right next to you.
I don't have anything in here.
So check out his stuff. It's on Built by Pops. Go check out. He's a sick woodworker. He's the smart one who tried to follow a real craft and not try to tell jokes.
Yeah, but I'm living in 110-degree Phoenix, so I'm not sure it's super smart.
It's a dry heat, though, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a dry heat.
Dry heat.
Yeah.
Dry heat.
I'm 23 years old.
Dude, I was. So we were back east for 15 days with a family vacation, and I grew up in New Hampshire, and I remember I did not care for the humidity and or the mosquitoes, and that was validated when I went back, because we went back and we first were in Virginia, and it was like a sauna. It was like breathing through cheesecloth. Like it was you couldn't go outside. It was terrible, man.
Yeah.
I think every like text chain you and I had while you were here. Every day was a comment in some form about the humidity. Every day.
I don't like it.
Yeah, I'm in Baltimore, and it's literally miserable to go outside. The last 2 days, I was out pressure washing the fence because that's a project we decided that needed to be done. And dude, I mean, you walk outside and you're just like, I want to die. I just want to die.
I still laugh. People are, you look online and people are like, California sucks. And you're like, okay. Okay.
No. You know what we were doing when we were out there a couple weeks ago in the middle of July? We were playing outside the whole time, the entire day. My kids are like, it's noon and we're outside. I'm like, yeah, usually you're inside because it's 115 outside. And we don't go swimming till 6 or 7 o'clock at night.
Hey, Deborah, where are you? Where's Deborah that she's freezing?
She's here.
Is it cold? Oh, is it pouring rain?
Yeah, it's been a rainy mess.
Yeah. So Freddie came out to visit. He texted me. He's like, "Hey, I'm coming to your neck of the woods, man. Where should I stay?" And he kind of told me this motel or hotel or whatever he was staying at. And I said, "Listen, I don't know it. I don't know the hotel, but it's a great area. It's right near the Sportsman's Lodge. There's crazy restaurants and stuff." And then I forget about it. And like 10 days later, I get a text from Freddie going, "Hey, man, this place is scary. Am I going to get murdered here or something?"
Everything else around was all new, updated. What's the store called? Erwin's
Erwin's
right next to
Erwin.
it. Like next door to it is, and we're driving up. We're like, oh look, there's all these great places all around here. And then we pull in, and my middle son's like, this place looks shady. And I was like, did you say shady? And he's like, no, shady. And I was like, either one is fine. And so we go in, and I swear the rooms look like if you had an uncle who was not a DIY guy at all, had no experience with a paintbrush or anything, and he decided to transfer his garage into a room, like an Airbnb, because that's what it looked like. Like the moldings were all off. Oh, what? So as we're driving out, this was the other thing. As we're driving out, so we rented, we got a room that was two king-size beds in the same room. And we're like, perfect, awesome. They call me about an hour before we get there, and they're like, so we had some plumbing problems. Can we put you in two separate rooms and we won't charge you extra? And I was like, yeah, that's fine, as long as they're next to each other. And she's like, perfect. So we got one room first. The other one wasn't ready yet. And that's where our whole experience happened. And I mean, like, the curtains had like ash marks, like from somebody flicking their cigarettes all over it. So it was like at night when you just had stars looking through, And then so the other room, I wish I would have taken a picture, but the other room had a door that was locked. And then, the hinges, like your normal hinges, they also had that on the other side of the door. So you had two sets of hinges. So it was just screwed shut. And we're standing there like, what is on the other? I want to know now what's on the other side of that door. I don't know. Like, my son said at some point he heard somebody talking in the room at night, and I didn't see anybody, so we just went back to sleep. But yeah,
so it was also haunted then.
Feels like a horror.
Haunted. Yeah. So,
but by the way, having your kid in a separate room is probably pretty great, right?
Well, yeah, my wife and one of my sons were in the room, and then me and the other son were in the room together. So we didn't.
Oh, you and the wife split up?
Yeah. Yeah. So we each got a king bed with a child with us.
We do that all the time, my wife and I. We take one child in the bed.
Yeah.
It's like a math. I take the smaller child because of the sheer math of the weight versus for the size. Yeah, it's crazy.
Well, there's also, if you put them in the same bed, then you run into the fight. And I don't, and I will do anything to stop a fight.
Mm-hmm.
That's part of the problem of vacations, man. Is like, we had vacations and we stayed in, places where it's a zoo. They're not in their own place. Their schedule's off, and it's like a train wreck, man. It's just a train wreck.
Let's stop calling it a vacation. It's a retreat, is what it is. It's literally a retreat. We are going to pull back, try to regroup, and that's what it is.
But it doesn't feel great. Like, it's not enjoyable.
No, because kids are luggage that you have to feed.
I mean, does anyone really enjoy them? I don't know. This is how I go about it. So the week before I leave, I go to my Zen. I go to a happy place in my head. I disappear, and I know to go. Just let's get the luggage from point A to point B. I'm like I just shut down to like a drone from Star Wars, where it's just like, just do this. Let's get through these days and survive. It's like survive in advance. That's it. You know, there's moments where we go swimming where we have a blast. Mm-hmm. There's there's moments where we go do things that are super fun, but most of the time it's very stressful, and there's anxiety about like them getting injured, them doing something stupid. It's just nothing is very comfortable at all.
Okay, so when you guys go on vacation, like when you went to the East Coast, you had to rent a car, right?
Yes.
Okay. Do you always get the insurance?
I never get the insurance.
Okay. So when we go to California, I usually always get it because, you're driving across the desert for 6 hours and chances are you're going to get something, right? For whatever reason, this time I did not get it. And I was like, whatever, I don't need it. I got insurance. That's good, right? I came home, parked the car in the garage. We woke up at 5 o'clock in the morning to load up, huge crack on my window. And I was like, I parked it here. So either there was already a crack on the window or I also have ghost here at my house because it didn't move. It didn't move for 12 hours and I got a huge crack on it. So, and my wife was like, did you get the insurance? And I was like, mm-mm. And she's like, why not? So
Amex seems to be, they always say we cover it, but I don't know. I've never had to follow through with it. So I'm wondering what Amex? You have to pay for yourself.
Yeah. So I called them as soon as they opened and I was like, hey, and I told them exactly what I told you. And the girl was like, oh, don't worry about it. Like we'll deal with it when you get here. And I was like, yeah, well, I kind of want to worry about it because I need to know if I need to get a guy to fix the window or you guys are going to charge me $1,200 to fix the window.
Which is what
so
they
sure
want.
Enough, like I got there and talked to the manager or whatever, and it was fine. Like he was like, it's your word against ours because you weren't there when the guy walked around the car. So he's like, so I can't really say for sure if it was there or not. So we wrote it off.
Oh, so you lucked out then.
Yeah.
Oh, you did luck out, yeah.
But for 5 days I was stressing out. I may have lucked out at the end, but for 5 days I was stressing out.
Well, that's the other thing is like with it's a constant stress session. And I try to talk to my kids about just be in the moment. Can we all just have fun? It was a running joke about like, this is supposed to be a vacation. Like that should be the t-shirt, right? This is supposed to be a vacation. What are we doing here? I'm a huge, what I'm a huge fan of? The staycation. People say it jokingly, but I'm always like, just tell people you're on vacation and then don't leave your house, right? Am I crazy or am I just a weird old curmudgeon?
My children still live here, so it's still not.
Yeah, they're all still upstairs.
Yeah,
but it's better because they're at least they have their own, schedule that they're on. They have their own beds. Like nobody slept. It was just I was so.
Jimmy, question.
We're on summer schedule here, so it's bedlam. I mean, it is. I mean, it's.
Are you back to teaching in the fall, Jay? Are you back to teaching in the fall?
Yeah, I'm teaching. Yeah, I still have to pay for food and stuff. So yeah, I'm teaching.
Dude, you don't need food. You got a lot of extra weight. You could just You could take a few months off. You'd be fine.
Thank you so much for that. I really appreciate it.
No, I know you were smart. Hey, listen. Back in the 1700s, being heavy was a sign of wealth. It's absolutely true. By the way,
the parents lounge to call me fat.
Listen. Rubenesque. Rubenesque was beautiful back then. What I'm saying is sometimes, listen, okay, if we crash on a desert island, you're going to live longer than I am. Just know that.
That's a really good point.
Yeah. No, because you're going to grab that rock for Jason and I in the middle of the night. So you can live longer.
The whole thing, Jason and I have talked about this lately because my kids are getting to an age. My daughter's going to be 12 this weekend, and I have talked about the fact that I've stopped posting a lot of pictures and stuff of them because I don't want to be the arbiter of their online profile. And so I'm trying not to tell as many stories about them because my daughter has literally said to me, she goes, my friends see your stuff online. And when you tell crazy stories about me, they see those stories, and I don't want you to do that. And I go,
why are your daughter's friends hanging out in the AARP chat rooms?
It's not. They Google. They have Google, and they have phone, and they have phones. They can Google, so they can go back through anything we've ever done on this thing, and they can look back. And people do. Come on, every time I meet anybody now, I Google somebody.
Yeah, you have to.
I think that's a totally.
Yeah, I checked to see how close that hotel was to your house, Jamie, because I was gonna go egg it while I was out there. I was so angry.
Freddie, I honestly, when he texted me, I felt really bad. I told you, I said I don't know the hotel, but I'm telling you that area is really good.
Yeah, that's what I told my wife. I was like, why would Jamie know what the hotel looks like down the street from his house? Like,
wait, was that the hotel you quarantined in, Kaler?
No, actually, and I've always told you, I said the Beverly Garland is my go-to. I've always said that to everyone.
Actually, you know what? Those curtains look familiar, Jamie. Do they have little ash holes in them?
Turns out, Freddie, it was actually Jamie in the other room that your kid heard talking.
Yeah.
Freddie, is your wife angry at me?
No, not at all. No, she told me, she's like, no, he shouldn't feel bad. How is he supposed to know what?
But listen, did you go to Uovo? Did you go to Sugarfish? Did you go to Hi Ho Burger?
Did you miss the part where I had 2 kids with me?
Did you go to Erewhon? You didn't walk over to Sports?
Yeah, we went to Erewhon. Yeah, we went to Erewhon and walked around. And then we went across the street.
The mall is kind of cool, and all that street. Did you go bar hop it all over there?
No, we went through all those little shops, and then we went across. I was addicted to the Alfred coffee the whole time we were there.
That's a good one. Did you go up and hike Fryman Canyon right there? That's a good one.
No, we went out to Santa Barbara one of the days, which that was the most relaxing part. Was we were sitting on the beach having pizza from Santa Barbara, and we were just sitting there.
You should have just stayed in Santa Barbara, dude.
Yeah. That's what we're gonna do next year. But I'm not gonna ask you.
When you checked into that, when you checked out that hotel, did you Yelp it?
Yeah, and it's crazy because there were a lot of people with really nice cars staying in that hotel, and I was like, do they know what the room looks like?
Well, maybe they're also just using it as a home base, and then they're doing other stuff there.
Yeah,
there's crime. It's just
they did ask if I wanted to. They did ask if I wanted to rent it by the hour, but I was like, no.
I mean,
they led with that.
Was there a coin machine next to the bed? Was there a coin operated?
You can see the silhouette of it.
I'm back east.
There. Yeah,
I'm back east. I'm in an absolute nightmare, and I'm like, and I get a text out of Freddie, and he's like, "This place is a hellhole. I might be dead by morning." And I was like, "Oh man, I feel."
I wish I would have taken a picture of the lobby. I even looked up the address of the lobby because I was like, I've seen this in a crime show before. Like, it was some LA-based crime show, and this is where they went looking for the suspect.
I should. You know what? Actually, you know what? I forgot I wrote this. All right, go keep talking because I have something I want to share with all of you. I forgot about this.
Yeah, the other thing about, your staycation thing, Jamie, I've thought about this. If I ever win the lottery, I'm not going to tell anybody, but I am going to buy a house, and my wife and I are going to drop the kids off at school, and then we're going to go to that house like if we're going to work. And so we're just going to hang out there from 8 to 5. And then when the kids get off of school, we're going to pick them up and go back home. So that way, we just have a house nobody knows about.
Ugh. That would be the best, man.
I would never tell anybody if I came into a large amount of money like that. Like, just disguise that wealth. Like you said, I would have a hideout somewhere, but it would be so low key, and you're never gonna know about it. And it's just
I would try to flee, but facial recognition software would have me back here by the end of the day. I'm never getting out of here.
They would just disguise. They would just think you were me, Jason. It'd be you and I together, just showing up on the same list.
So where did I do this thing? Let me do this. I'm gonna read this thing to you guys. I think at some point here. All right.
But also, Jamie, why are you not doing a travel show of like Burbank and North Hollywood? Like, why are you not doing like
I get on it.
Like a guide.
This is what I wrote.
This guys in North Hollywood.
This is what I wrote on my vacation.
Not die.
I couldn't sleep at like 3 o'clock in the morning. I was trying to write some comedy, right? So, and I was like, I wrote, this is the bit I wrote. Okay. So it's like when I figured when I get back, somebody would be like, "Hey, how was your vacation? How was my vacation?" Well, let's just say vacation with kids is an oxymoron. My kids had a great vacation, but to see how my vacation went, let's read my 11-year-old daughter's Yelp review of Kaler Vacation Services. So this is if my 11-year-old daughter wrote a Yelp review of the vacation that she took, which I think you know how this goes. This is from Hannah. I couldn't have been more pleased with my vacation. Vacation from what? I have no idea. I'm 11, and let's face facts. Every day is a vacation. But that fact won't really become abundantly clear until I'm 30 and have kids of my own. Anyway, concerning the butler and the maid who were assigned to me, aside from their constant fighting over everything from money to the SPF factor of sunscreen they applied to me, I thought they did an overall good job, especially since they filled in for other jobs, including driver, chef, lifeguard, laundress, financier, travel agent, and overall gopher. The maid's anxiety level was a little high for my liking. We were constantly in her vision and reminded continually about every safety hazard, from lightning to sharks to crosswalks to meteors to kidnappers to ISIS to Lyme's disease to, well, you get it. And the butler, he lost his temper way too much. Every waking moment was filled with more activities and more spent money than I ever thought imaginable. My sense of entitlement has been boosted to full-on sociopath, and I demonstrated that repeatedly by incessantly complaining, whining, and fighting with my sister over the simplest choices. Every car drive, even though I was given unlimited time on my iPad, I was sure to ask, how much longer? Every 30 seconds, so that he and the maid were sure to stay on schedule. I will say the butler and the maid that were assigned to us seem to have quite a history. To be honest, I don't think they should be assigned to any more vacations together. The tension was palpable. What's odd is every time the butler proclaimed, "This is supposed to be a vacation," the tenser it got. My guess is you will see some video from the trip in an upcoming episode of Dateline. I wrote that at like 3:00 in the morning one night because I was like,
perfect.
Why are we doing this? Everyone's like, hey, we're going on a vacation this summer. This is not a vacation. This is.
Was the vacation your wife's idea?
Dude. She books them all. She books them. She's great at booking vacations. The enjoying the vacation, but it's not her strong suit. And then so it's like, okay, I guess we're divorcing. And then invariably, before we even land from the first vacation, she's booking the next vacation. Where I'm like, are you in lunatic? Stop booking. She has great. She does have. By the way, she does have great vocabulary for 11. That's funny. I'm such a realist. Am I crazy? It's like when you talk to people and you go, "Hey, how's it going?" And everyone goes, "It's fine. It's fine. It's all going fine." Mm-hmm. And we all know everyone's. Can we all agree? Everyone on Earth is full of shit. Mm-hmm. Just full of shit. I'm just honest to a fault sometimes, and I'm always like, "Why are we doing this? This is painful. This isn't fun."
Yeah.
But if you looked at my wife's Instagram account, it would look like we had the greatest 2 weeks of your life. Like each photo was like perfectly framed and composition and stuff. But
yeah, it does look like it came out of Travel Magazine for sure. For sure.
For next time, Jamie, just forward my text to your wife to ask her about the hotel.
Dude, by the way, Freddie, I feel bad. I really
no, you shouldn't. I'm totally.
You texted me one day in the blue, and you go, "Hey, how's this hotel?" And I go, "I don't know how the hotel. It's a great area. It's a great location, but hotel-wise, I guess it's a murder mystery. I don't know what's happening over there."
Yeah, Nice.
All right, listen. We have another guest that we have to bring in. Freddie, I'm going to step you out and go to 4 frames.
Go for it.
But feel free to. We have a waiting room that's right in this hotel in Studio City that I think you're going to really enjoy.
I saw the oranges sitting out. I'll go try one.
Lots of wood paneling. All
right, ladies and gentlemen, Freddie is back out, and let's welcome our guest, Taylor Sokol's here. Oh, there he is.
There he goes.
Taylor, how are you, brother?
I'm great. It's been like ages. It's been like
too long.
I know my son's graduated college, already, and Last time we talked.
I know. How are you? So
I'm
for
good.
those who don't know,
Cheers.
Taylor does a wonderful podcast with our buddy Justin Rupple, who does the show with us many, many times. Do you want to give a little plug for that, which is cool?
Yeah. We officially launched. It's exclusively on Patreon. So this is just Justin Rupple has been doing a lot of stuff in the comedy space on Instagram and socials. And this is a fun podcast where it's us as two friends. Him and I have known each other for 7 years. And just us talking like friends do. And nothing political, nothing controversial, just us having a good time. And so we have it exclusively for our fans out there. It's, can $5 a month and we'll send some free stuff for you guys. So we've just been doing that and it's been really exciting. So
Soylent Heston. Is that Jeff is on vacation? Oh my gosh, Jeffy Lou.
That's us, Jamie. We're streaming on his stuff too.
But I know, but that's not him? Does he know we're on?
We just automatically set it up that way.
But does he know? Was that him texting? Was that you?
No, that's streaming directly from the feed.
Oh, that's funny. Jeff Lewis is supposed to be here, but he's on vacation. Actually, Jeff's on vacation with his family back on the East Coast right now.
So next week he will have a full report on how his vacation did or did not go well.
Sportsman's Lodge East. He'll be fine.
He'll be fine. So Taylor, catch us up. You have a little one.
yes, I'm one of the most recent drafts into the parenthood trenches. My son Sawyer, he's going to be 16 months coming up here. Which but after their year, I can't count the months anymore. But he's over a year, but it's been a crazy year since he was born. And it's been very rewarding and fun experience for my wife and I. He's doing a lot of weird things where he's just trying to figure out stuff, and it just cracks me up just watching him. And you guys know when they're so new and they're just figuring stuff out. But it's been a lot of fun. He's been we do a swim class with him, and he's in daycare, and he's loving life. He loves music. That's his favorite thing.
Now,
he loves to dance.
Taylor, can we be honest? Can all of us be honest for a second? Jason, come on. It's wonderful. It's always great to be like, it's great. It's all just, Jay, you get it.
It's such an experience.
Oh, it's wonderful. It's loving. Oh, it's so great. And let's be honest. Let's be honest.
Well, he's not talking back at me yet. So it's
not yet, but
you got 2 months, Taylor. You got 2 months.
Until the word started. Yeah.
It'll be subtle at first. It'll be subtle. What's
the worst thing about it, Taylor? Taylor, what's the worst thing about it?
Not being able to sleep in, maybe. I think it's still, sitting like he loves during the weekdays he'll wake up late. But the weekends when you want to sleep in, he's like, nope, 5 a.m. That sounds pretty good.
It might be me. I might be a little daft, a little confused. And Jason and Jay, I think will be the same. Of like, I'm so confused when you say the words, and I'm not sure. Am I pronouncing this correctly when I say sleep in, Jay? I'm not sure what he's talking about. Do you know what he's talking about?
My kids are 10 and 6. Okay, 9 and 5, about to be 10 and 6. They are up like it's Paris Island. Okay. They are Marines. I don't know when this ends. Okay. Where it's like 6 o'clock, someone will come in. They're like, hey, the switch isn't working. I'm like, hey, did you charge it last night? I don't think so. Huh? So I'm doing tech support at 6 o'clock in the morning. Dude, it doesn't end. It doesn't end.
That's such a good bit.
And I wake up and it's like the male version of The Shining when I have twins just standing there creepy as shit in the middle of the floor, and it's the worst thing ever. And here's the other fun new thing. We got it, Jamie, we got them the cubby bed, which is the safety beds. So now they have figured out that they can summon me via knocking on the camera, which sends the alert to my phone. So now they're knocking and beckoning, call. Sometimes 4:30 in the morning, I get a call. Hey, Daddy, okay, need Kool-Aid, okay, right now. I'm now a door dasher at 4:30 in the morning delivering juice.
You are living in Jurassic Park.
And I'm Dennis Nedry. I'm one spitting dinosaur away.
Great pull. Okay, by the way, that's so weird you guys say that, because you know what, I bought my daughter, I'm trying to get them to read, right? And they've been reading books. Hannah, who turns 12 this weekend, just started Jurassic Park.
Great book.
Wow.
Nice. Have you ever read it?
Yes.
Who's read it? One of my, I'm such Crichton.
They made a movie. I didn't have to.
He read the clip.
Listen, I'm gonna give you
one of the best books I've ever read. I love Crichton.
I know you've got
Andromeda Strain, Congo Sphere. I'm a huge
Timeline. Crichton is the best. Crichton's the best.
Timeline's fantastic. By the way, a bunch of the movies sucked. Congo, they messed up. Timeline, they messed up. Sphere's a mess. Jurassic Park's great, but I would argue Jurassic Park's like 3 chapters from the book. The book is fantastic. Yeah. And so I got her Jurassic Park, and she started it, and it's really good. It's a good.
Is she into it?
Yeah. She really likes it. So she's a few
That's
chapters.
awesome.
But literally, like 2 days ago, I just bought Jurassic Park. It's so funny you guys say that. I had bought her Carrie, which I have right here, and she started it, but she didn't because she loves terrifying, scary books, and so I bought her Carrie. I said, try Carrie.
Are you trying to get her to kill you? Like, what are
Hey,
you
what
doing?
about Shining? It could be your next vacation.
Honestly, I would love a nice nap. Nap sounds good. No, but you got to go with, listen, here's another thing, Jason. My kids are a little bit older, and my wife, she tries to dress them the way she wants, and I go, they're not dolls, man. You've got to I really am a big fan of letting my kid do what she wants to do. And so she likes crazy, scary things. And I said, oh, you should try Carrie. She goes, what? I go, give it a shot. So she tried it. She only went to a couple chapters. And the problem is, if I didn't know it, if you read the first couple chapters of Carrie, which I did just to see what was happening, it's in the first, if you remember the movie, it's a young girl who becomes a woman.
Yeah.
At school in her very first time, and all the other girls make fun of her, and that's what the problem is. And so it's a little bit of even as I was reading it, I was like, maybe she wasn't ready for that. I was like, oh, crap. Yeah, I was like, no. And so I gave it a Shining. Salem's Lot. What was I thinking?
Yeah, Cujo. Come on.
Cujo. That's so funny.
Who wants to watch Jaws 3 with Dad?
I was like, all the kids is like, I don't remember this on the reading list for summer.
Trying, baby.
Summer reading
so
list.
Taylor, 16 months, baby. 16 months. What else? Listen, it's always fun when people come on and they go, hey, everything's great. But listen, everyone who's watching this who has kids, they know better.
Yeah.
Listen, it's the greatest time of our lives, but it's also arguably the most painful times of our life.
It can be challenging where he is at the point where he can communicate, but only so much. Like he can point to stuff, and it's like I'm reading.
Yeah.
I love that he's into books, but I've read him the same book a million times, and it's like, okay, let's say to my wife, can we get him some more books down here? We switch the rotation, but he loves just the same books.
I get PTSD if I even see the cover of Llama Red Pajama.
Taylor, if you need it, Jamie's got a copy of Carrie. If you want to borrow it, I
should. Hey, but speaking of Jurassic Park and scary movies, because obviously this year's 50 years of Jaws, my son, he loves animals, so I was playing Jaws, and he's like enjoying it, and then we had Jurassic Park, and he's laughing when the animals are eating people, and I'm like, who is this sick kid? What is wrong?
You might want to watch him, Taylor. You're going to want to watch him. That's going to come back.
Yeah, Jamie's daughter and Sawyer. They're both redheads. My son's a redhead as well, so it's a ginger thing.
I sometimes think about. I'm not a big editor. Listen, I'll swear occasionally, and my kids will go like, "Oh," and I go, "They're just words, man." You give them power by saying these words are verboten, they're forbidden, right? And so. That's not who I am. I'm always like, they're just words. I'm more about actions and stuff. So my kids are more, listen, if they read, honestly, Taylor, at this point, man, getting them to read instead of trying to play Roblox is like, That is the biggest challenge in my life right now.
I love that he's into books. He wants to be read to.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. And what was really cool is another cousin of my daughter's, we get to Virginia and this girl reads almost too much. Like 24/7, she's got a book in her hand. She's reading. And my daughter's like, what's she doing? What's happening? She was almost confused. And so one night she stayed up all night and read with the other girl who was her age, her cousin. And they read all night. And she came to me. She goes, I read all night. It was really fun. I was like, It was like the greatest influence I've ever seen on my daughter. And it was wonderful to see because, I mean, honestly, dude, you get to a point and it's going to be even harder for you because it's exponential. Like my kids are downstairs right now and they wanted to play Roblox. I was like, you're not playing Roblox while I'm on the show, mainly because it eats the Wi-Fi. You can't have
priorities.
I need the Wi-Fi for the show. But I really am trying to limit the amount of hours a day. It's like, it's just a math problem of like, if you read for 2 hours, I'll let you do Roblox for an hour. You know, it's like it's
you do earned screen time then, Kaler?
I do. I try to. Yeah. I mean, I try to.
That's what we try to do.
Well, and
Jay's a teacher. So, Jay, what is the right way to handle all this?
Yeah.
Hit them. No, I'm kidding. No,
way ahead, buddy.
You've got to do, I think, what just works for your household and what works for your kid. I mean, you know, so yeah, there have been times where I have literally been that guy and I have taken TV cords out of the TVs in the house.
I've had to do that a lot.
Enough is enough. And, you know, there's books here, there's games here, and we're going to sit down. And it's not like, hey, you've got to do this while I go look at my phone. It's, hey, I'm going to sit down and play a game with you, or I'm going to go read. You know, I mean, that's great about the reading, Taylor. I'm going to start slipping issues of The Economist under my son's door. And, you know, see him come to as he eats a bag of waffles. Like, Father, the deteriorating currency in Malaysia is quite troubling. Like, oh, thank you.
Well, that was the thing. My wife and I, we wanted to like get him into reading early on, and the fact that he like literally brings a book, and now he's like walking and sit on my lap. He's like, okay, I want to read, and he gets into it. And if I'm not I love it that if I'm not reading fast enough, he's like, no, I know this book. Like I gotta like. Literally, God forbid it's a Dr. Seuss, then I'm like, I'm screwed if I don't read fast enough.
I get yelled at to like, hey, you're not doing the voices. I'm like, okay, all right. You know.
I like you, Jay.
Voices.
Do you guys do the voices too, Jason? Did you and Jamie? Do you guys?
Absolutely. You know? And now I cannot just do it like a plain vanilla, no voices. It's got to be the voices.
50 Shades of Jay.
Oh, did you guys ever do the Pow Pow Fish?
No,
I've never heard that one.
I don't know.
Oh my God, you got to do the Pow Pow Fish. Jamie, go back and read it to your girls. They'd be like, "Dad, this is stupid." Okay, but I would do, the Pow Pow Fish. I would do the voice of like Tracy Morgan, and then like the octopus was Ellen Cleghorn from SNL.
So I gotta hear it. Like, hear some Tracy Morgan.
I'm a pow pow fish with a pow pow face. Don't you hit me, Jay Moore. Don't you hit me, you stupid octopus. And I'll be canceled now. But anyway, but I would do all these like Christopher Walken. I would just pull like Adam Sandler, these random voices. And my wife's like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, I'm just having fun, you know. But then when they want to read it and it's 9 o'clock and you're like, dude, I can't do Adam Sandler right now. I can't.
Let me hear your Adam Sandler.
Listen, Happy Gilmore 2 is out. It's pretty good. And listen, we killed her. We killed her. I'm sorry. And you know.
Let's pair that with Taylor's Christopher Walken.
It's crazy. We waited years. This movie kills the wife. What are you doing?
Well, let's match that with Winnie the Pooh from Jason. Jason, how's Winnie going?
Well, things are a little rough right now. I've got too many problems with the bitches in this house.
That's what I thought was coming.
So speaking of swearing with your kids, I discovered my son's drawing, and it's a dinosaur drawing. He did take some liberties with it. Let's just pop that up there real quick.
Wait a minute. Wait, Jace drew this?
Yes.
Where's the problem?
Yeah, I don't have a problem with it.
Well, his mother thought the C should be bigger in the F-bomb. It wasn't proportionately sized.
I like the C is very like hidden.
It's very small. Yeah, it's very small. So I mean, that was really my issue with it. Also, was that the C was just too small.
I got to be honest. That feels like
who is the person?
That feels like the one sheet for Jurassic Park.
Yeah, because that person looks incredibly troubled.
Yeah.
Or also possibly it looks like a dish in a strainer. It took me a little while to figure it out, but I was like, well, why is the dish so distraught? But
well, also the dinosaur looks like he has hemorrhoid issues because like his tail's on fire.
Dude, some of the people are spicy, Taylor. Also, yeah, I'm really excited he did use it. Exactly.
That's so funny. That's
Jamie, you had some photos you wanted to go over?
Oh yeah. Actually, I'll tell you. Okay, I had a crazy day today. So I'm at the supermarket and I run into Clancy Brown. Do you guys know who Clancy Brown is?
Yeah.
Does everyone?
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So Clancy Brown is kind of a hero of mine because he was in Bad Boys with Sean Penn and Issei Morales, and then he's Highlander. He's Happy Halloween, ladies. He's that guy.
Yeah.
And then Shawshank Redemption. He's arguably one of the most known.
He's Mr. Krabs. He's Mr. Krabs and SpongeBob. He's everything.
So I'm at the soup. My daughter is trying to make lava cakes, and she goes, "Hey, can you take me to the supermarket?" So I take her to the supermarket to get the ingredients for lava cakes that she's making, and I see Clancy Brown. And here's what's crazy is that I see a lot of people in LA. I never go up to anybody. But I played a younger version of Clancy Brown in Carnivàle. That's a shot of me as a young version of Clancy Brown. Isn't that crazy? That's me. And so I go up to, he kind of nods at me and I nod at him and I walk up to
Jamie, is that your rental car from your vacation?
Yes.
That's why your kids hate
That's his current lease, Jay.
The AC did not work very well on that thing.
Yes, he also crank it the
pull out the choke, Martha. Pull out the choke.
Yeah.
So I walk up to Clancy Brown and I go. He goes. He's kind of taken aback because I don't know if people walk up to him, but I walked up to him and I said, "Hey, man, this is going to sound crazy, but I played a younger version of you in Carnivàle." He goes, "What?" I said, "I played a younger version in a flashback scene of you." He's like, "What episode are you?" What? He had no idea. And I said, "You weren't on set. It was a flashback scene. But in the flashback, you rape your sister."
Wow.
Which is exactly what happened.
To say to somebody while they're looking at mangoes.
I'm in a Gilson supermarket talking
dropping bombs.
So he's like, "What?" So I try to explain to him. I go, "It's crazy, man. I shot this crazy scene for I'm in Carnivàle. I still get residual checks. I'm in an episode." He goes, "What episode?" I go, "I don't know what season, but I think it's like season 2 or whatever." And so I had to go to the audition, and at the audition, there was only like a line or two of like, "Hey, get in here," or something like crazy. And then the rest of the scene is it's arguably the hardest thing I've ever shot. I felt so uncomfortable with this woman. She's in the picture. You can see the other picture. It's her and I, and she's really sweet. And I go, "I'm so sorry about what's happening here." And I have to violently like kind of beat her up or whatever. And, and so in the audition, I walk into the room. There's like 7 people on the side of the room, and there's a fold-out chair. And the guy goes, "Look, man, this is obviously pretty uncomfortable, but just have at it with the chair." And I go, "What?" And he goes, "Just, And so basically for the audition for Carnivàle, I raped the chair. And so I kind of lean on this chair and I attack this chair and just viciously molest this chair for like 30, 45 seconds. I'm like, yeah. And then I stop just cold and I go, "Is that enough?" And the guy goes, "Yeah, I think that's enough."
I am starting to see why your wife is allergic to your nuts, though.
Did you tell Clancy this story?
I did. I fucking told Clancy Brown this
like Clancy Brown, like nervously, like tearing into a bag of soft batch cookies and walking out.
He starts laughing. He's rolling. He's rolling. He's in the supermarket. He's rolling. And I felt really like I never go up to people. I never go up to people in the store. I hate when people, and what's weird is like, if anyone ever recognizes me, which just happens occasionally, they'll go like, I feel like honored. I'm like, oh my gosh, thank you. But I went up to him and I felt really uncomfortable about it. But I talked to him and I told him the whole audition story, and he laughed. And, but the whole thing, I was like, it was so crazy. And I was like, and what's crazy is he and I are only we're only a few years apart in age, but I played a serious flashback of him, like as a young man playing and the only reason I got it is because I don't know if you guys can see, I kind of look like Clancy Brown a little bit. Do you see it or no? Like I look pretty young there.
Brown or Flat Top from Dick Tracy. It's one
this hat.
Are you allowed to shop at Gelson's still, or did he have you like escorted out? I mean,
no, he was awesome. I was with my daughters, and so I'm with my kids, and we're shopping and stuff. And I was trying to tell them. I said, so I was in a show. I played that guy's younger self in a flashback scene.
Tell them this whole story, though, did you?
And they were like, we don't know who he is. And I was like, well, he's in Highlander and Shawshank Redemption. And my kids are like, yeah, we don't know those. And I go, he's Krabby on
Mr. Krabs, yeah.
He's Mr. Krabs. What is it? Mr. Krabs on SpongeBob.
Mr. Krabs, yeah.
And they go, what? They were like blown away. They go, he's Mr. Krabs? I go, he's Mr. Krabs or something. And you know what I even said to him? I felt I was like nervous talking to him. And I'm such a huge fan. The dude's body of work is insane, by the way.
Oh my God.
And I was even, I said it was on, I was kind of a big fan. And so I was on set all day and I kept saying all day on set at Carnivàle, I kept going, Happy Halloween, ladies, which is his line from Highlander. And he started laughing.
That's awesome.
Dude. And so I immediately sent that picture to Bunin, Mike Bunin, who's my buddy. And I said, do you remember he goes, dude, you've told me that story. He goes, I've told that story to 100 people. And I think I might make, you know how they do those it's like they have actors on like a GQ channel and it's like their iconic roles or something. And they talk about it. I think I might do that for all my small roles.
Please do that. That would be awesome.
That'd be so funny. Yeah. And then talk about the audition process that got me to that.
I will edit that up for you. That'd be hilarious.
Would you?
Yes, that'd be great.
It would be so funny to be like, all right.
No, but take it like dead serious so that you're just
I do love you as firefighter number 1 in Arrested Development.
Dude, what's so funny? I totally forgot I'd forgotten I'd shot that.
I had to tell you who you were in the scene with.
I had no idea. I didn't even remember it. I'm in a firefighter outfit. I'm in Arrested Development. I forgot.
Yeah, you literally give a fine to Martin Mull and Jessica Walter.
And what's funny is then Martin Mull did My Boys. He shot My Boys. People are watching Happy Gilmore and they're like, oh, Christopher McDonald. I go, he recurred on My Boys. He played Kyle Howard's dad in My Boys. Yeah, we had so many guest stars on there. And I'm always like, so I want to do, Taylor, we're going to talk because I could really use help to go
we can talk about your small Basil Batch Haydens, and friends,
Dude, people still to this day, I'll run into them and they'll go like, hey, we should have some Basil Haydens. I go, I don't know what that is, but let's.
Jamie, we were supposed to. When I see you in person again, I'm going to bring that. We're going to have that.
Dude, we're all going to be out there November. And listen, we still got to get the Pittsburgh gig going. We got to do it.
No, we want to get Parents Lounge on tour. Like Jason, Jason and I were going to brainstorm for sure.
Well, especially now, Jay's doing stand up, and there's a whole. It's so funny that everybody now is like.
Hey, where are you at? Where are you based out of?
He's out of Baltimore.
Yeah, I'm out of Baltimore.
Oh, I was born in Maryland, so yeah, I'm in Pittsburgh, so I'm not too far from you.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I lived in LA. That's where I first saw Jamie doing stand up years ago. I did stand up out there. I took a couple of years off and started back up about almost 2 years ago.
Awesome.
So, yeah.
Jamie, what role do you get recognized the most for?
Tacoma FD? Lately, probably Tacoma FD more than anything. Yeah. What's funny is Jay stand up now, Taylor doing some stand up, you stand up, Freddy making he's doing the woodworking for all the stuff in the back and stuff. It's just funny that we all kind of had this group of people who were trying to hang on during the pandemic, and now we're all kind of off doing our own thing. It's nice.
This was a nice little throwback to days of old.
I know.
Just
it's cool. It was really good. We needed Rupple. Rupple would have filled the 6th spot. We don't have Rupple.
I did call him earlier, but he was busy.
He's off golfing somewhere. Who knows what he's doing? All right, listen, I got to get kids to bed. This has been a wonderful evening. Does anyone have any? What did we learn tonight?
If you come to my house, I'm hiding the chairs.
And we know what Jamie has done with chairs. So, auditions. Yeah.
I learned that Jamie has a real shot at being in the reboot of Dick Tracy tonight.
Oh, very good. All right. Well, I guess we didn't learn anything tonight, did we?
Nah. No.
Well, listen.
But it was nice to get all the stuff off my chest.
It's the middle of summer, right? My kids go back to school August 25th, which should be a national holiday, I feel like, at this point.
Mine went back today.
I'm sorry, what?
Yeah, mine went back today in the middle of summer in Arizona.
What?
Yeah.
To where?
Back to school.
Like public school?
First day of school today. Started, yes.
For the juvie situation, what is happening?
Nope, that's just, July 31st. Not even August. Not even on a Monday. A Thursday in July, my kids went back to school.
Dude, did they just never go back after Easter? What happened?
No. They've been off since sometime in May, but still, it's wild because they're in 2 different schools now. And so it's been chaos all morning, right? Going and then picking them up and all that stuff, right? So we've had to go together, my wife and I, right? And one of us jumps out of the car to go get the kid. And so we're just drenched by the time we get back to the car. My son's water bottle, I burned my hand on it, picking it up while he was holding it. What? Yeah.
The calendars are crazy. Like I start back to work on a Friday.
Yeah.
Well, I can understand that. As a teacher, you want to get in a day before they begin on Monday. That makes sense to me. But a Thursday
starting on Monday.
No, I think he means they're coming.
I mean, Freddie's kids on a Thursday in July.
Yeah.
They go back to school.
Yeah.
That's insane. I don't get that.
Yeah.
I mean, I wish it happened here. Let me be honest. School should be every day of the year. It should be
some form of it.
Yeah. Like it's just school and a couple days you could pull your kids out here and there if you want to go vacation and stuff, but they should have school optional where they go and they can do their own work every day of the year. 365.
Or work camps.
Yes.
Productive members of society.
Exactly.
Great. All right, listen. Does anyone have any things they want to share? Jay, you got a gig coming up?
Yeah, August 15th. If you're in the Maryland or Delaware, Southern PA area, I'll be at Battery Island Brewing in Havre de Grace, Maryland on August 15th. So
nice.
I'll see you guys there.
Nice. JG, you got something coming up?
I do. I have 3 shows next week. I am Thursday night. I am in the Legacy Lounge with Chip Chantry from the TV show Tires on Netflix. Friday night, I'm in Geneva, New York with Jay Yoder from the Board Teachers Tour. And Saturday, I'm in Endicott, New York at Crooked Mouth Brewery with Karen Rontowski.
Oh, I love Karen. She's one of my oldest friends. First time I ever did stand-up, Karen, La Jolla Comedy Store, way back in the day. She's awesome. Such a good
Great.
August 10th, I'll be in Burbank, California at Flappers with Andy Hendrickson, phenomenal comic, Matt Knutson, Jody Miller, Jeff Lewis, and Lisa Arch are going to be there with me. And it's Jamie Kaler and friends. So, we'll be doing that. Taylor, you got something you want? Promote your podcast. Send people over there. Patreon.
Yeah. So Justin Rupple, who's a frequenter of this podcast, him and I, we started our podcast on Patreon exclusively, and it's called We're Just So Cool. My last name is So Cool, and Justin, Just So Cool. So stupid but fun.
Neither of you are very cool at all, so I get
self-proclaimed. But so we started that on Patreon. You can find us $5 a month. You get exclusive access, only where you can find our podcast. So, and then
lots of nudes.
Yeah.
I know you guys both. You're very, very liberal with the nudes, and that's
we show some nipple might come out.
Sure. Oh. And Freddy, by the way, is the only one with a real talent here who has some woodworking abilities. No. So go check out Built by Pops on Instagram and TikTok.
Yeah, and how many paid for my vacation that we just took?
For the love of God, somebody, dude. Honestly, the stuff you make is fantastic. So,
thanks.
All right, listen, 9:05. I got to go put kids to bed. I love you all. This was super fun tonight.
Yeah. Thanks for having me.
Are you kidding? Thanks for all joining in. It's super fun.
You.
We had a huge number of people watching. This is insanity. I loved it. So thank you guys for all joining us. We're the Parents Lounge. Be sure to go check out all of our old podcasts. We have Dave Keckner, Bert Kreischer, Joe Coy. We have so many people who
Cable Guy, Bill Langford, Jeff Foxworthy, Anthony Barber, and Lamb.
Larry the Cable Guy. Our library is insanity, by the way. Mm-hmm. So thank you guys for being part of it. And honestly, we always say this about parenting, but it takes a village. So thank you for being part of it. We love you. Stay connected. Please subscribe, and we love you. Talk soon.
Good night, everybody.